for my money now, Quaba, and then the can Shana Sota, Shana son subscribe, ya Bomodia, subscribe my name, the notification bell, so my son be out. So then you know, Sabakoswaka or the latest of the dear Koso Ghana Finin now, so Sabakoswaka now so I oh, near my hodwa air Koso. Yes, every day. Yen Fadia or Mamoe. Sabra is speaking of finally. Bawumia about be declaring a stance on LGBTQ. I watch say on so intimo cast one brown brain no Sanya man on so inti kapa dia anti LGBTQ na say parliament for ayeden akanwasan anu no techi o ka say we bro ba kumas ebe celebrity Ramadan edimo baraka say e course enra na akwatutu conversation me braba ne sema asisi amanfo kan say Bawumia sisi baby ayedru no enye oba be declare stance nko sisi no mpene so no action be na wo taking se won taking action there insana akeni nyina nonsense nyansa enim entwasum se won taking action na ye wano keke na dey kan as a vice president you have a position just also betimi they are fighting for their own peninsula. Na so we jina wa na wo ka keke o declare stance keke it doesn't make sense. Intino a man for Ghana for binima babontiama is in this lawyer crampo and so babontia or say in Sana Bawumia jina wa Kenya insufficient just say in GPA in Tasum on peninsula or action is saying just a man for a so a pressure gonna supply as a keto and so be the camera ninkuti Bawumia brow declare stance after that no pressure hold our corners so near it.
LGBTQI, what is Dr. Bawumia's stance? He has responded. This is Dr. Muhammad.
His stance or the stance of the MPP?
No, he said his stance.
Personally?
Yes, his stance. So this is Dr. Bawumia.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to take this opportunity to personally comment on the raging issue of LGBTQ in Ghana. First of all, it is important to note that our cultural and societal norms and values as Ghanaians frown on the practice of homosexuality. Furthermore, as a Muslim, my view on this matter aligns with the position of my religious faith. The Holy Quran is replete with verses frowning on LGBTQ acts, including same-sex marriage.
90.5.
My faith is therefore very
from the center of the equator, from the western part
of homosexuality. No ifs or buts, no shades of grey. Therefore, I personally cannot support that which my religion and indeed all major religions in Ghana, as well as our societal norms and values, clearly and unequivocally forbid. All the major religious traditions in Ghana, Christianity and Islam, are opposed to this practice. And I stand opposed to it now, and I will stand opposed to it as president, inshallah.
That is Dr. Bawumia. Anyway, in case you didn't get that, please, Eric, play the team back again. This Peter.
Sana, let me first of all, my correct impression be a creator on the show this morning that people are asking.
No. They send me a message.
So, by you yourself, I think I heard you say that you say he should talk, and he has declared his stance. I think that you and the vice president probably don't know what time it is. I have that very strong impression.
No.
Do you know the reason I'm asking that? Because we have moved past stance, the position of stance. We have moved from that position.
Even when we thought we had moved far, people were still sending the message.
No, but we have moved from that stance. I don't know how you will go back and be saying that or declare yours. This is not a matter of stance. We have moved. As we speak, you know where we are currently. If you are saying that we are asking him to nobody has asked the vice president to declare his stance. Let me tell you where we are presently. As we speak, there is a bill in front of the president that we are asking for. That's what we are asking. He not there in front of him, but there's a bill that has been passed, and we're expecting that he will assent to it. That is where we are now. He's speaking in his capacity as the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana. The Vice President is a member of, he's an integral part of government. You understand me? So he doesn't go telling us that he personally. Meanwhile, there's something in front of you. That group he is addressing, I can assure you that group has also impressed upon him to tell his boss to do the needful, but he hasn't. He hasn't. And he doesn't care about it. You see, he has this attitude that I don't think it helps him. If I am one of his handlers, okay, there are certain things I wouldn't let, because if it makes nonsense of, you know, the whole discussion. Look at where we have gotten to, and look at where you are taking us. He did the same thing with e-levy. When we were calling on him, after all is said and done, we have finished everything, the thing we are now paying, you are now coming to tell us that when you become president, you are going to scrap e-levy. Nothing yet then. Is that how governance has now been reduced to? Or what you have to reduce? I don't quite get it. You understand me? So we have moved from there. The vice president should stop taking us back. He should advise the people in the presidency who are writing, you know, unwarranted letters without authorization. Those are the things we are looking for. You see, we want him to act. These Muslim groups, what does he take them for? What does he take them for? I think it is important that, and I was expecting, okay, that as vice president, before coming to address this group, you will tell us that, oh, I had a meeting with my boss. These were the suggestions I gave him. But he said, no, you don't come and tell us that, friend, then I personally, it is against. Who doesn't know that? Look, all these groups that he's addressing, before that bill was passed, they were part of the public hearing and made presentations to Parliament and to the committee that was handling this matter. All these groups, all those Muslim groups, they were part of the public hearing and presentation. They presented to Parliament at that time. That was when we were looking for positions. At the time that we were having the public hearing and people were, that was the time we were doing positions. Now we are not looking for positions. Since I mean, you can say, only a matter of positions. Only a matter of positions. We need action now. As we speak, we don't know what is happening.
Let me bring in the Director of Legal of the NDC, Lawyer µGßඞQ. Thank you very much for your time. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Looking at the Chronicle this morning, and the Chronicle says, I can't support LGBTQ plus in Ghana. That Bawumia, and the reference is to Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Well, I think there has been some calls for him to declare his stance. He has done that. Is that sufficient?
Not at all. I think Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia has demonstrated over the period of time that he is not a person who has credibility. He is not a person that you can trust. He is not a person who wants to be responsible for his actions, right? And so in the circumstance, it is extremely difficult to believe the things he says. So this statement that he made in Kumasi, did he make it in his capacity as a driver's mate?
You're wondering whether he made it in, but he's the vice president of Ghana and also the flag bearer of the New Patriotic Party.
But you see, the 1992 Constitution did not envisage a driver's mate. It envisaged a spare driver. And so you notice that in the 1992 Constitution, anytime you want to be, as it were, a vice president, you must equally be qualified to be president. And so you notice that per the 1992 Constitution, in the unlikely event that something happens to the president, either by way of impeachment, either by way of death or whatever, the vice president, you do not conduct a fresh election for the vice president. Have you noticed that?
Yes.
He takes over automatic because of the belief that the two are one in a ticket. So you elect both at the same time. So once anything happens to the other, you don't need to conduct fresh election for the other. He takes over immediately. You understand? Now you see, even for Ghanaians, the issue is not whether or not he, Bawumia, as a person, supports this or does not support it. You understand? The issue really is whether Mr. Akufo-Addo would assent to the family value bill. Nothing more, nothing else. You understand? That is all that matters to the voter out there.
But you said whether Mr. Akufo-Addo is Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia.
I just told you that the two are one. Why? Who is the current vice president?
Is Bawumia.
So why are we trying to isolate Bawumia from Akufo-Addo? When Bawumia goes out to campaign, on whose record does he campaign?
Are you suggesting that he cannot state a personal opinion? He can only state the opinion of the administration.
You see, he's not like an opposition leader.
Okay.
It's a different matter if, for instance, he's an opposition leader. He is not. He is not. He's the sitting vice president.
You see?
His association, and in fact, as we speak, when he meets groups, he says, I have done this. In fact, the last time he met a group, I think in Sunyani or so, he said, I have abolished this. I have abolished this. I have done digitalization. I have done this. I have done this. Is he the president? So now,
no.
On whose record was he saying he has done this, he has done this, he has done this, he has done that? And in fact, you see, President Akufo-Addo himself met NPP communicators and asked them that when we go blaming our own and saying that, oh, we have failed, blah, 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 simply because we want to look good, do we think Ghanaians are gullible? Have you watched that video before?
I play it all the time.
Fantastic. That's Akufo-Addo responding to Bawumia. He said we are either together or we are not.
You think that's a response, Dr. Bawumia?
Yes.
I see. So you're suggesting that whatever he said is insufficient, or we've gone past that at the moment?
It is immaterial. We've gone past that stage. Well, we have gotten to the stage where he and his boss have refused to assent to a bill passed by 270 whatever MPs. and are using all kinds of legal gymnastics to evade assenting to the bill. That's where we are now.
So the question you're supposed to answer is
whether or not they will sign.
Okay, and when they will do that?
That's all.
I see. But currently, the last time we had this conversation, it was about the stance of the executive secretary of the president on the attempts by parliament to transmit a bill to them. They stated clearly that there are applications for injunctions before court, and they don't want to overreach the court.
Was it not the same Akroma who signed the e-levy law when there was a pending court case? Huh? What principle does it support?
It's a business for way Bawumia in a declining stance, say LGBTQ on so. Intino. It's in a stance now, Mama fra, say won't be declining. The best way be near the Adiniano. Kujina a year mocks in Cremodem, and I just say, what declares our stance now. But I did no Ghana for say, Mr. Vice President. I did not walk as out said your war position. We are vice president to the president as we speak. CC in Ghana. And the Akroma or your opinion no. A year build than a name our own side then I was so on penesono. Action ben our watiki. Yet one our can see levy crampon over abolish. And so cabinet meeting so was seeing 11 course. Then our action ben our take is a 1 peneso. Because 1 peneso no. N0NŠÄNSE bunsu edi ni birthday okumase levy cake o hobby okwasi bi ade a ompene no mokwasi bi ye party okobi inti sisi ne stance na wo declare no da ne ka se be declare o sisi no build da wanim ama the secretary to the president krakra say nyema na letter na parliament for church of breno edifa anti LGBTQ no hono ano man tra mabiem Dien na walk for sense when now. Action ben now taking place and be a bear Assent to this bill. Now more the air court It-Ghs bill na name. Into no actions that would take you. And your stance ni see here is your stance near here and one farmer. Into where the vice president to the president no take actions to see me who's and power pencil. Customer tunifu say on sign on one as one sign a medium pencil. Statement be say na Ghana for some mission. Inti yet sa statement ni free in near Bema a wojinam kasaman kremo for that no in this lawyer also ebe change him the same thing our much say any statement no the bars are no to omono no it doesn't make sense. Yeah, in repay to on some brabim. Comment section drop your comments. You be who I come on your subed ebe who. Subscribe na share ma unia so yede embehwe no so hu die ko bi en celebrate episode for an episode musi Akroma.